back to my channel. So I was having a really hard time trying to figure out what to do for this video. It's been a really long time since I recorded anything, obviously, or uploaded anything. I recently just came back from the most amazing trip ever. My husband and I went to Thailand. It was so much fun. Like, I mean, I never thought in my wildest dreams I would actually be on white sandy beaches. So amazing. We were checking the weather before we left, and it was like 80% humidity and just over 100 degrees, and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna take as far as makeup. I basically grabbed a bunch of my essentials, and that's all I took. Yeah, this is it. This little bucket. This and this, my palette for powders, and these are the only shadows, bronzer, of course, blushes, and then my highlight. So that's it. This is what I took with me to Thailand. So without further ado, I'm going to basically show you my foolproof, waterproof, whatever proof makeup that I wore in 80 plus, humidity and hot as weather. Alright, let's get started. Well, every single day while I was there, I basically washed my skin with my 3-in-1 cleanser. The next step that I did was I applied my, what the hell is this? My day solution. I am so ready for this YouTube channel, you guys. Day solution. That was my next step, and the reason why I absolutely love this is because it has SPF 35. Alright, so the next step that I do is our Fighting Moisturizer, and I really like this moisturizer because it's super lightweight. It doesn't really leave you with like a film on your skin, and it's specifically made for either normal to dry or combination oily skin. Now that my skincare portion is finished, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on what I did for my makeup portion. I'm gonna start off with my foundation primer, and this is one of those things where I only wear this really if I want my makeup to last all day, or in a case like this where it's super duper humid. I don't wear this every single day, you guys. Like, seriously, I'm not gonna lie, I don't wear it every day. If I'm like running out the door, dash out the door, I usually don't, I just forget to put it on. So I'm trying to really incorporate this in my normal skincare routine, but for this trip, I used it every day. And primarily was because I knew we were going to be out by the pool, in the pool. I knew that we were going to be going around, walking around a bunch of places, and I knew it was going to be hot and humid, and I really just wanted my makeup to stay. Alright, so next step we're going to do is our CC cream, and I absolutely love this. This does have an SPF in it, which is SPF 15, so I took light to medium because that's my natural, like, everyday kind of color, and then medium till deep is what I took, and I'm so glad that I did because within like a day or two I was already using this one. So I have been back now for about a month, so I'm a little bit paler now, so I'm going in with my light to medium, and I just take about 1.5 pumps of this and swish it around on my fingers. Now you can use anything really to put this on. You can use a beauty sponge, you can use a foundation brush, but for some reason I just find that my fingers work the best with this because it really just gets the product in like a moisturizer, and it's very lightweight, almost like a moisturizer, but it isn't a moisturizer. And this is our Perfecting Concealer in the color light beige, and I just go ahead and put just some underneath. You can also use the color corrector if you prefer that, but I just used our concealer. So I'm taking my beauty sponge now, and I'm just, honestly, this blending sponge is dry right now, but it should be wet. I am just so freaking lazy that I don't want to go wet it. So I'm just going to take my finger and blend it in even further, because really that blending sponge dry was not doing it. It should be nice and wet, but I'm just being lazy. Okay, so foundation's done, and then we have our concealers finished. Next thing I'm gonna do is go in and set this bad boy. So I'm taking my, this is our pressed powders. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to set kind of the highlighting areas that you would normally do. All right, and then I'm taking a very fluffy brush. This is a Jumbo Powder Brush by Crown Brush. I like to do these pressing motions because when you do that, it actually presses the powder into the skin and it makes it set even more. So it's going to last longer throughout the day. So the contouring part is completely optional. I didn't do a lot of it because, I mean, I'm going in the pool and out by the beach and all that kind of stuff. But I still wanted to have some dimension to my face. I didn't want to look flat. But I mostly did a bronzer, which I'm going to show you next because I really wanted that sun-kissed look while I was on the beach. So this part is optional, but I still did it. And as you can tell, I'm just really lightly feathering it. That's why I kind of like this brush because it's pretty big and fluffy. And I'm not doing a lot because, like I said, I just wanted it to, just for a little bit of color. Alright, so then next I go in with my actual bronzing powder. And I tap on that, just tap off the excess. And I do the same exact thing right around my face. This has a little bit of a, I don't want to say a sparkle to it, but obviously a glow because it's a bronzer. So I really love it, but I had to just be careful with how much I used because I felt like some days while I was out there, I was using it a little bit too much. And holy moly, like I would walk out like a glowing goddess. It's like, hey, let's go to the pool. Not the look I was going for, but it still worked, right? So the next step I did was I used my blush and I kind of mixed it around. I did use, some days I wanted to go a little more peachy, some days I added one of these which has a little bit more of a sparkle to it. So I'm gonna do the peachy color one first. And this brush I'm using, guys, is the Crown brush. It's the angle brush, SS013. Alright, so next I'm taking the Babyface 21 brush by Senna, and I'm picking up some of the highlight color that's in this palette right next to the peachy color. I forget what it's called, Poppy? No, maybe not. I gotta remember these colors. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my brow. Alright, and of course, to lock in these babies, I used our brow gel. Going to be going to like the beach or going to the pool and stuff like that. I didn't even bother with the eyeshadows. I basically did the cream eyeshadows. So this is the color Apricot Twist that I took, and I took Iced Cocoa. Those are the only two that I took. And I basically just popped this on my lid. This is the Apricot Twist. Alright, so I just took that iced cocoa and I kind of just went around that brush and I just threw it in my crease. And then just use my fingers to blend it out. Alright, so one thing that I did do every single day to make my lash line appear thicker was I used our eyeliner, and I really focused it on the very, very innermost part of my waterline, but also where the lashes grow, and I just kind of shoved the liner in there and thickened that whole area up so it appeared that I had a liner, but I didn't make it like a thick liner. So I just brought this, and like I said, I put it on my lash line, and then I really just like shoved it into those lashes to make the lash line appear a lot thicker. Can you guys see the difference from one eye to the other? Alright, so the last and final thing that I did, besides my lips, which will be in a second, was I used our Mary Kay waterproof mascara. Let me just tell you that I never used waterproof mascara. The only times are if I'm going to the pool or anything like that. And I really, really enjoyed this mascara, and it lasted. It did not flake. It didn't like dry out my eyes or anything. I wore contacts the entire time, so it was fine with my contacts. Like they didn't bother me. So I know I hear a lot of times people like wonder about waterproof mascaras, and I guess they worry about them flaking or whatever, but I didn't have that problem. And I fell into the water a few times and the mascara never budged. So I was really, really happy and excited about that. Alright, so the last and final step of my routine while I was in Thailand was just a little bit of lip gloss. There were some days that I put on a lip liner, but I don't know, I didn't want to be too extra, right? Alright guys, and that's it for this glowy, beautiful look. I felt put together while I was out there. I felt like I was okay taking pictures and doing all, obviously like in the pool and stuff like that, but there's no reason why you can't still have an easy and everyday kind of go-to look. And I was so surprised by how it actually like stood in place. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys have ever gone somewhere and what like your favorite products are to use while you're there. If some of these products are like the exact same ones that you use, I would love to hear. And if any of you guys have ever been to Thailand, oh my god, tell me your favorite part, because I had so many memorable moments from that place. I feel like everybody should go there once in their life. I seriously loved it so much. And if you keep looking after this video, I'm gonna add a few of the pictures of my husband and I, so you can see the makeup and see how it looked in actual, in Thailand. Oh my god, it's so amazing. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.